Hey Brianna, okay, so I have to tell you about this movie I just saw. It was called Craigslist Killer, and it's about this guy. He's like a doctor. He was really like successful. He was going to school, blah blah blah, and he had this fiance, and they were about to get married. She was a doctor. She was trying to get accepted in like the school he went to, and they were really smart, and they had like the perfect lives and blah blah blah. Turns out that he like being a little freak and like going on Craigslist like, ooh, do you want this body? And like people on Craigslist would like sell them their like businesses and like massages, but it would be like bootleg massages, like in a hotel room, and then they get paid for it, blah blah blah. So he would go and he would like rape them and take their panties and take them back home and do weird stuff. I don't know what he did with this. I don't know. I didn't get that part. And one girl accidentally like fought back and like tried to like stop him, so she grabbed his neck, so they got like a DNA sample, and they were like fighting, and he accidentally like pulled the trigger and actually killed her when he was just intentionally just hostaging. Like he would like bind them together, make them take their panties off, and like rape them. And he like held the gun up to her, but she decided to fight him. I don't know why. She was like the size of like Taylor Carpolucci, but so she like was trying to fight him, and he killed her, and then he like was trying to like be all slick and leave or whatever. And then like day goes on, and like his life's going on. It's getting closer and closer to the wedding, and like he like they get closer to him. Like he would leave what state he was in. Like say he was like in Boston, he like went to Rhode Island to go kill someone else, and he'd go like New Jersey and all these other places. And then he decides to like hide his gun in his like anatomy book, so he cuts a big hole in the book and hides the gun in there, and then he hides that under the bed, and then he hides all the panties and these socks. He dyed his socks up, and then put them under his mattress. So then like as the story went on, like they got closer and closer, and they like pulled him up on Facebook, and they found him, and they tracked him back, and everybody was like, he would never do that, he's a trusted doctor, he's a really good student, blah blah blah, and everybody was like vouching for him, saying that he would never do something like that. And his fiance was like, you guys have the wrong person, blah blah blah. It was all over the news. And then they were like watching the news one day, and the cops were like swarming and like watching him because they like found a match on him. So they were just like, we don't want to arrest him yet or he's gonna flee. So they were just kind of like stalking him. So then he noticed that they were like outside his apartment, so he was like, come on, let's go, babe, let's just go and just take a trip. So while they're driving, the like cops like pull him over and arrest him and like puts him in jail. And then he like tries to like he like saved his shoelaces and like hit him. So once he was in the cell, he tried to like hang himself, but they like got him before he could kill himself or whatever. And then like everybody, like his fiance was still in denial, like, you guys have the wrong person, let him go, blah blah blah, get him free. But it was really him, and he was never really giving anybody straight answers. She was just like, I didn't do it. And then once they found all of his information on like Craigslist, he would like have naked body pictures, and like he was like his wee wee and stuff like that was like out and stuff. And like he would he like said like the size of his thing. And so they like went to the girl, and they were just like, you can say that this isn't her or him or whatever, but he's a tall male, 6'1", blah blah blah, 8-inch thing. And she was just like, she like ran upstairs and like threw up because she figured it was really him. So then she goes and she like on the phone with him while he's like on the other side in jail or whatever, and like she's just like, look me in my eyes and tell me that you didn't do it. He was just like, whoever did this probably thought that he like needed to be punished and that he wasn't good enough for anybody, and he wasn't good enough for you. And his wife was so pretty. Like I googled them, like it's a true story, and I googled his fiance. She was so cute, she was so pretty, and like he was crazy. So I don't know, but anyway, in the end, then she was just like, well, I'm never going to see you again. And she like left the engagement ring on the table. Then he goes and he has like pictures of her on his cell wall, and he cut his like fingers and stuff, and he wrote like her name in his blood, like wrote it on the wall in his blood, and then wrote like a little love message under it, and like then he like put the bag over his head and he killed himself. He committed suicide. And then at the end of the movie, this is where I started crying. They like had flashbacks of like them sitting in the grass, like, we're both gonna be doctors and have kids, and he was just like so convincing to her, like, I love you. And it was so sad to like So sad. And, like, they were, like, planning their whole future together. But you can't trust people. You can't trust men. That's what it is. You can never trust men. They all turn out to be evil, and he was lying to her, and she was convinced. She could have just been stupid. I think she was just desperate because, like, you know, he had money and he was going somewhere in his life. She thought it was so perfect. I honestly saw through the whole movie that he was really jumpy and jittery, the whole movie. But whatever. I guess she didn't see that. White people. What are you gonna do? But this was like 8th grade, 9th grade. I don't know how I didn't hear about it, but my dad apparently knew about it. He was like, yeah, it was all over the news. I didn't hear about it. But anyway, the moral of this story is don't trust your fiance, your husband, your brother, or any male figure in your life because they'll end up being a killer. They'll end up going to jail, killing themselves in jail when they shouldn't have done it in the first place. It's pretty much, oh, another thing, he messed with, like, transvestites, and, like, he was really freaky, like, he, like, did everything. It was nasty, it was real nasty. So then he was just like, you might want to get tested, if you know what I mean. Whew, that was wild. So I was, like, suspenseful, then at the same time I started crying because it was so sad, because now she's, like, without a fiance. I'm sure nobody wants to be with her, because she's bad judgment when it comes to boys, but, well, talk to you later, bye.